I've been able to create RESTful APIs using Nexla in just a matter of minutes. It's very common to give access to data from your databases or applications to internal or external API consumers so that you don't have to give them direct unfettered access to those databases or applications. So I'm going to show you how I can create a REST API to get all customer information by ID. This is the Nexla designer, and I'm going to create an API server. I can create an API based upon any of the HTTP methods. I'm just going to use GET. This is the base URL, and if I want to add any other parts to the URL, like customer, I can do that. But the powerful part here is that I can actually add a variable that I can use within the context of this flow. And to do that, I put it between curly braces. So I'm going to be able to put in the base URL / customer and then put in the actual customer ID that I want to retrieve. I can also put in query parameters, and those are the parameters that come after the question mark. I can also put in headers, and I'll have access to all of this data throughout this entire flow. So to create this, I'll click on Save. And the last thing I need to do is query my backend MySQL database table. With Nexla, you have access to over 500 bidirectional connectors. I'm just going to use the MySQL connector. I'll specify my credentials so I can log in. And you can see over on the left-hand side, I do have access to all of that information, the path parameters, the query parameters, the headers. I'm just going to paste in my query, select star from customers where cust ID is equal to, and this is where I reference the path param called ID. So it's path _ params dot ID. And notice that's in between two curly braces. So now I'm done. I click on Create. And I can go into here and see the API that I've created, and I can copy that curl command, and I can paste that curl command in here, and I'll go ahead and get rid of all of the curl command part because I'm running it with my browser. And this is where I would substitute the customer ID that I want to retrieve. I'm just going to click on 1 and then click on Return, and then this is all of the data that I've retrieved from that database table. If you want to get more information, you can go to nexla.com and click on Schedule a Demo.